Let us look at the basics of AutoCAD controls. After you launch AutoCAD, click the Start Drawing button to begin a new drawing. Drawing tabs. The new drawing, Drawing 1, starts on a new tab that's just above the drawing area. You can click the tabs to switch between several open drawing files in the Start tab. An asterisk next to the drawing name indicates that the drawing needs to be saved. A quick way to close any drawing is to click the X control on its tab. Go ahead and experiment with starting and opening drawings and switching between the tabs. You can also drag the drawing tabs to reorder them. The ribbon. AutoCAD includes a standard tab ribbon across the top of the application. You can access nearly all the commands presented in this guide from the Home tab. In addition, the Quick Access toolbar shown below includes familiar commands such as New, Open, Save, Print, and Undo. Note if the Home tab is not the current tab, go ahead and click it. The command window. At the heart of the program is the command window, which is normally docked at the bottom of the application window. The command window displays prompt, options, and messages. You can enter commands directly in the command window instead of using the ribbon, toolbars, and menus. Many long-time users prefer this method. Notice that as you start to type a command, it completes automatically. When several possibilities are available, such as in the example below, you can make your choice by clicking it or using the arrow keys and then pressing Enter or the spacebar. The mouse. Most people use a mouse as their pointing device, but other devices have equivalent controls. Tip: when you look for an option, try right-clicking. Depending on where you locate your cursor and whether you're in command, the menu that displays will provide relevant commands and options. New drawings. You can easily conform to industry or company standards by specifying settings for text, dimensions, line types, and several other features. All these settings can be saved in a drawing template file. Click New to choose from several drawing template files. For imperial drawings that assume your units are inches, use a Cadd.dwt or a Cadd.dwt. For metric units that assume your units are millimeters, use Acadiso.dwt or Acadiltiso.dwt. All these settings can be saved in a drawing template file. The tutorial template files in the list are simple examples for the architectural or mechanical design disciplines with both imperial I and metric M versions. You might want to experiment with them when you start creating dimensions. Most companies use drawing template files that conform to company standards. They will often use different drawing template files depending on the project or the client. Create your own drawing template file. You can save any drawing.dwg file as a drawing template.dwt file. To create a new drawing template file based on an existing one, open the existing drawing template file, modify it, and then save it again with a different file name. If you work independently, you can develop your drawing template files to suit your working preferences, adding settings for additional features as you become familiar with them. To modify an existing drawing template file, click Open, specify Drawing Template.dwt in the Select File dialog box and choose the drawing template file. Important: if your company has already established a set of drawing template files, check with your CAD manager before modifying any of them. Units. After you start a new drawing, you'll first decide what the length of one unit represents: an inch, a foot, a centimeter, a kilometer, or some other unit of length. For example, the objects below could represent two buildings that are each 125 feet long, or they could represent a section from a mechanical part that is measured in millimeters. Unit display settings. After you decide what unit of length that you want to use, the Units command lets you control several unit display settings, including the following: format or type. For example, a decimal length of 6.5 can be set to display as a fractional length of 6.5 instead. Precision. For example, a decimal length of 6.5 can be set to display as 6.50, 6.500, or 6.5000. If you plan to work in feet and inches, use the Units command to set the unit type to architectural, and then when you create objects, specify their lengths in inches. If you plan to use metric units, leave the unit type set to decimal. Changing the unit format and precision does not affect the internal precision of your drawing. It affects only how lengths, angles, and coordinates are displayed in the user interface. Tip: if you change a setting for the unit display or any other setting, you can save the settings in a drawing template file. Otherwise, you'll need to change the settings for each new drawing. Model scale. Always create your models at full size, 1:1 scale. The term model refers to the geometry of your design. A drawing includes the model geometry along with the views, notes, dimensions, callouts, tables, and the title block displayed in the layout. You'll specify the scale for printing a drawing on a standard-sized sheet later when you create the layout. Recommendations. To open help with information about the command in progress, simply press F1. To repeat the previous command, press Enter or the spacebar. To see various options, select an object and right-click or right-click a user interface element. To cancel a command in progress or if you ever feel stuck, press ESC. For example, if you click in the drawing area before entering a command, you'll see something like the following. Press ESC to cancel this pre-selection operation. Hope the things are clear to all, and if you face any doubt kindly use the comment section. I will reply as soon as possible.